Good evening. I'd like to call the June 12th, 2025 North Hills Board of Education Legislative Meeting to order. Please rise for a moment of silence and salute to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Prior to this evening's meeting, the board met in executive session to discuss personnel and legal matters. Tonight's meeting is being recorded and broadcast live on North Hills School District's YouTube page. Images may also be posted on district social media. Are there any other board member comments this evening? Okay. Then I will move for the board to approve the minutes of the May 21st, 2025 committee meeting with action in the May 15th, 2025 legislative meeting, which are attached. Is there a second?
D. Spade, I'll second that.
Thank you, Mrs. Spade. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. And we do have one person signed up for public comment this evening, so I will go ahead and read the public participation policy. The board recognizes the value to school governance of public comment on educational issues and the importance of involving members of the public in board meetings. The board also recognizes its responsibility for proper governance of the district and the need to conduct its business in an orderly and efficient manner. We would like to invite any resident, taxpayer, or employee of the North Hills School District who wishes to address the board to come forward at this time. It is our policy to strongly encourage such public participation, inasmuch as it provides the board with an important source of ideas as well as informs us of many concerns in the district. The board has limited public comment by a participant to 5 minutes in duration, and no participant may speak more than once per meeting on the same topic. Commenters may not cede their time to other individuals in an attempt to extend one or more commenters' allotted time. Tonight's meeting is being recorded and broadcast live on the North Hills School District's YouTube page. Images may also be posted on district social media. Mr. Ron Grupp. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, our next item is a presentation from ABC Transit, so I will invite Aaron Silverman and Kristen Anthony to the podium.
Good evening. We just wanted to say thank you, Dr. Manarino, the board, Dr. Williams, and Mr. Muth for allowing us to come this evening to provide a quick little update as to how the school year ended and what our plans are to handle this summer for a successful start to the 25-26 school year. So just the three topics we would like to do a brief overview this evening to provide an update for everybody would be the driver status, recruiting and other enhancements, and the manager status for our location. As we discussed the last time we were here to do a presentation, just again, the overall service that is provided to the North Hills School District in more of a broad, over the years, total than just an every single day total by route. So as you can see, over 200 routes per day, how many we perform annually and in the last 9 years through the duration of our contract, as well as the miles that are traveled and the amount of athletic and extracurricular, activities that we perform throughout the contract. Driver status is the most important thing for us to address all the time, and one of the things we would like to discuss this evening. So we all know that service can only be successful or more successful when we have a full complement of drivers and aides to provide every single route efficiently and on time every single day. We did have challenges, as we mentioned several months ago when we were here, due to the loss of drivers and aides over the last 4 years. However, we continue now, and we have, through these last months, worked toward fulfilling that loss and bringing on additional staff for the start of the 25-26 school year. We have drivers and aides committed to transfer to the North Hills School District for the beginning of this upcoming school year, as well as future years, with the potential by more for the end of June. So as of right now, outside of the current staff, we have 5 drivers, 5 CDL drivers, 5 van drivers, and an aide who are going to be moving and transferring down to this location to provide work every day. All of these employees are long-term employees of ABC Transit, not people that we just went and randomly took from other companies. They have proved themselves to be very valuable and dedicated employees, and so they were asked to come and make this transfer for us internally. They have a impeccable driving record, and we feel that they will add to the safety record that we have here in the North Hills School District, and we also feel that they will add to the coverage every single day so that we don't have to worry about as many gaps. We will be working all summer to not only bring them up to speed on the routes and things in this district, but also to continue to discuss with other ABC Transit employees within, as well as some new recruits, about coming to this district and this location to only better our service. Recruiting never stops. We always say, any idea, we're willing to give it a try. We will do anything anybody can think of that may bring in people. So as we have been doing, we will continue to do from now until the end of time. We have done radio ads on the stations that are mentioned. This past Saturday, we held a community event for the North Hills area. We used a location that is prime central for 28 and some other major roads. We got a lot of traction that day. We had a huge turnout. We were able to speak with over 60 people that gave telephone numbers and email addresses for us to be able to follow up with them with potential interest in joining our team. And we will never stop the social media advertising or through Indeed, any other avenues where people reach out to us and give us the opportunity to try a new way to advertise for employees. We are now in a new situation at our local terminal here, and that has allowed us the option to offer additional pay and incentives to our employees, which they are looking forward to and have already been pleased with some of the things that we have rolled out. After 2 years of a successful GPS review with our current GPS provider, which is Samsara, we are now able to offer a link if the district is interested in moving forward or exploring that, in which a parent app could be offered through your district to be able to follow the route, track the buses, so to speak, which I'm sure would help cut down on a bunch of phone calls that are received, not only at our offices, but I'm sure yours as well. We are also in the process of purchasing and making upgrades throughout the company internally and just bringing on new equipment, which will benefit the North Hills School District by the addition of upgrades to not only the big bus fleet, but some of our vans as well. Something that we know and have been working on for a very long time is getting more additional staff in order to help the current ones who have been giving up so much of their personal and family time every day to making this successful. So we are pleased to announce that we finally were able to obtain another employee to join our office at North Hills. Her name is Rihanna Seafeld, and she is here this evening so we can put a face to the name. She will begin with ABC Transit in July. She comes with a successful 16-year experience in this industry and has basically worked her way up from the bottom all the way up, from a driver to a trainer to a dispatcher. She comes with a lot of experience and we feel will be a really good fit in the office to assist and join the team of Megan and Ross, who have been with us for many years, who have given up and sacrificed a ton of their time, and are here this evening also so you can have a face to the name, because I'm sure many of you have talked to them before. And so we really look forward in July to being able to put together a really strong team of people who are ready to go and start the upcoming school year. That we just wanted to share so that you did not think that since our last meeting to today, we have not been continuing to make strides to better our service to your school district, and we thank you very much for your time this evening.
Why don't you point out
May I
also
ask a
for the-
question?
Absolutely, but talk about the early dismissal of the buses.
Oh, the 5 buses.
Yes.
We did receive an email from a parent yesterday that I have not been able to respond to, but it was a concern over the 5 buses that were dismissing early from the middle school last year. And so we did want to address that we have been in conversations with Mr. Muth and Mr. Jones, as well as Dr. Manarino, and they are working, we are all working together. A lot of the responsibility unfortunately falls heavily on Mr. Jones, but we are revamping the routes so that we can eliminate early releases from the middle school and set up routes that would get everyone dismissed on time per bell schedule. But with that, we don't want to just be adding middle school buses because that is not efficient for the district. So looking at a way to potentially unload some of the buses, so to speak, so people aren't feeling as tight as the ridership may be at this time. But we will definitely have new route sheets in place, and we understand that there is no early release for the upcoming school year.
And with this additional quality drivers, that's a reality. So we're pretty excited about that. So, I don't know the question.
I know someone asked a question. I didn't know where that came from.
It was me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to ask about the middle school dismissal because I find it completely unacceptable that we've had groups of kids leaving school early for an entire, I don't know, I think it's been going on for 2 years now. And we also requested updates from you on the situation in September when you were here last time, and you said you'd come back in January. So I was wondering why you are not, did not come back until June.
I guess we didn't have an we should have been here in January, but we have done a lot of recruiting to get good quality people that I think you'll be pleased day one of school this year. We've been trying darn hard, and this is, I think you're gonna be pleased with the outcome.
Does anybody else have any questions?
I just wanted to confirm, so publicly on record today, you are saying that no students in the district will need to be released early from school and education time because you don't have enough drivers?
At this point, that's exactly what we're saying, yes.
So that's a yes?
Yes.
And then I really appreciate you coming and talking, but I'm going to be honest, it really rubs me the wrong way when you talk about what your staff has given up and sacrificed when we have parents that we're hearing from in the district that have to leave work early or change their work schedules so their kids can get out of school at the correct time, or because they're not confident in the busing.
We understand and we agree with you.
That does not eliminate the amount of man hours that are put in from our staff in any way, shape, or form either.
you know, but bringing on extra additional staff will make the situation much better for everyone. And it's, as I'm sure you deal with every day in the school district, finding quality people willing to do this very thankless job is very hard to do. And we have some great people for this coming school year that are gonna do everything they can and be here every day and be very dedicated to the district and the parents and the children.
I mean, we certainly appreciate your staff and value everything that they've done, but, as the owners of the company, that's neither here nor there. You guys should be providing enough staff to provide us with the services that we need for our district. So, I don't know what it really has to do with your staff.
I have a quick question. It was in September of '24 you were here. Is that correct, or am I off? Okay,
Yeah, the
just so
beginning of
I have the numbers in my head, and I'm sorry to put you on the ball because I don't know if you have them, but at that point, how many staff, let's just use the term bus drivers, all right, because that was the biggest issue. How many bus drivers did you have at that time? And now moving into the proposed 5 new folks that you showed us, what are you going to have this September? So I have that number in my head to kind of go off of how far you've come in a year.
Right, so let's just use for sake that we are gonna have to add at least 5 staff members. We're hoping, depending on how we can put routes together, that it might be 3 bus routes or 4 bus routes to accommodate, depending on ridership. But I would say, let's say we're going to need 5 additional CDL drivers in order to stop the early dismissal happening at the middle school. As of right now, we are only aware of 1 bus driver that has been driving all school year that will not be returning. Van drivers, we have quite a few that are in training right now in order to obtain their CDL license over the summer. And we have quite a few people that are already to come into the office and do, I think 2 or 3 are coming in tomorrow to do their orientation for van drivers. So with the addition of the 5, there was about 3 or 4 van routes and 1 aid that we needed to be able to bring everything back together for the start of this school year. So I would say in order to successfully start 25-26, we need to have 6 additional CDL drivers, 6 additional van drivers, and an aide. And as of right now, we have 5 CDL, 5 van drivers, and 1 aide. Something that we will continue to strive for is also to cover, like Megan, who assists every single day, so that we can keep her in the office. So again, the sky's the limit. As many people as we can bring in to successfully and efficiently do the routes on time, keep our office staff in the office every single day, have drivers sitting in the waiting room. It would be wonderful for us to pay people to be on call, so to speak, or on standby. As many people that want to come in and work, we will be more than happy to accommodate them and pay them to do so.
Just so I'm understanding then, so you said the numbers would be 6, 6, and 1, 6 CDL, 6 van, 1 aid. You were at 5, 5, and 1. So the goal line
Is almost there.
is almost there. You need 1 on each one. Okay, that paints a better picture for me. Thank you.
You're
I think part of your question too was, how many have we hired since our last time here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I don't have that number. Do you recall of?
Since the beginning of school, we hired 2 CDL drivers, one of which did not remain. And van drivers, I can't even put a number to it. They come and go as quickly as they come. I want to say through the beginning of this school year until the end of the school year, we have hired, Megan, I would say 10 van drivers, if not 1 or 2 more than that.
Is that naturally a transient position?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
They
It is
typically
one-
come in wanting to get their CDL license, and then when they realize either how much time and energy it takes, or that they can't get their CDL here to go drive over-the-road trucking, then they realize they have to go to another program in order to obtain that license, and they just dismiss. Sometimes we're very fortunate enough to have people that genuinely enjoy the kids and the transportation, and we're able to, keep them long-term.
And these 11 people that we're bringing in, that we asked to come into this district, that were selected, are people that have been with us a long time, and they're good quality people that we know are going to be reliable and love what they do. They're going to be a great fit.
What changed in your business operations that you were able to find those 11 people now and not back in September?
They are coming from another district that went through a bid process that we weren't able to work out terms. So we asked them to come to work here.
I have a question about the GPS functionality that you mentioned. Is that just an opt-in? If we're interested, we would just be able to kind of, flip a switch and move forward with that?
It's a little bit more complicated than flipping a switch. It's going to take a lot of work with our staff in the transportation office. But it's a process that we can work out and do it if you desire to do it.
Each,
I guess I'm wondering if it's an additional cost to the district.
so each routing software has like their routing software and then offers like a stop finder or parent app software. They offer many different levels. Sometimes they include that in your platform, sometimes they do not, which is something that we would have to reach out to Versatran and see exactly what their parameters are. Sometimes that is a part of the functionality and you do just have to turn a switch on.
There is
Each
a
one is a
charge.
little different.
I did reach out to them, just in case this question was asked. There is a charge. We'd be willing to take care of that for year one. So, if you want to give it a try, that would be great. If you don't, we understand too. We just wanted to give you that option, that you can let transportation let us know, and we'll proceed accordingly.
We've been asking about this functionality for, I think, 7 years. What has changed that has made you willing to, because you had reasons before that you did not think that it was feasible,
The
so I'm just
GPS
curious
system.
what's changed.
Yeah.
The GPS system, this new system we've had for the last year and a half, we've worked out the bugs and it's exceptionally reliable now. That's what's changed a lot. The early systems that were used with other companies that we did a lot of research with, they made more chaos than solutions because of just being unreliable. It would show a bus here, and then it would, 2 minutes later, it would show it 5 miles closer because it was pinging off of cell phone towers. Now it's exceptionally reliable. It's really cool. So it's changed dramatically in the last 7 years.
Essentially, what I assume probably watch my Amazon truck come to my house.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, and it used to be, it's exceptionally expensive on our end, but we already have that on our vehicles, so there's no additional charge for the GPS, and it's just a software to link it with your student software.
It's
which
my
we'll take care of.
It's my understanding that at least over the past year, there have been a mix of elementary and middle school students on some buses. Will that continue through the 25-26 year, or will the addition of drivers alleviate that?
So the routes are currently designed for the High Cliff and Westview Elementary students to ride home on the middle school. That is not because of driver shortage, that's just because of bell times. So that, as far as I understand, that would continue to be that way unless that was something the district was going to make the choice to change.
In doing that, it would add buses and significant cost. I think that was just built into the efficiency of your system years ago.
Any other questions for the board? Okay, thank you. The following group of items were discussed in the last meeting, so we will vote on them as a consent, but anybody can, of course, bring up any questions or comments they have on any of them after I make the motion. The superintendent recommends, and I so move, that the board approve consent items 1 through 21. Is there a second?
D. Spade, I'll second it.
Any discussion on any items?
Shockingly, there was no feedback on the renumbering and renaming of our policies. Nobody reached out to us.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Little, I believe you have an announcement this
I
evening.
do. Thank you, Madam President. exciting news here. The North Hills Sports Hall of Fame meeting was held on May 7th, 2025. The following nominees were selected as the class of 2025 and will be inducted into the North Hills Sports Hall of Fame with dinner on Thursday, September 11th at Rico's Restaurant in recognition at the Friday, September 12th varsity football game versus Pine Richland at Martirelli Stadium. This class is including Noah Bostic, class of 2014 for diving, volleyball, soccer, and track. Nikki Jacobs, class of 2003 for soccer. Diane Oberst is a coach. Cody Patton, class of 2009 for football and basketball. And Matt Voppel, class of 1990 for football and track and field. That's all I got today.
Mr. Little, can I make two, I guess, I don't know, clarifying points? We get this question a lot, no members of the school board are on the Sports Hall of Fame board, right? I mean, there used to be some overlap, but none of us, I don't think, are on that board. Sometimes we'll get feedback like, why did you pick this person, why didn't you pick this person? I mean, this is a completely separate organization.
Yeah, it's not the school board
Right. Yeah,
right.
this is, congratulations, obviously, to these people. They're
Yeah.
district graduates, and that's wonderful. I just wanted to make that note. And the other thing I wanted to mention was Rick Lakaitis was recently, I think, like yesterday, inducted to the Whitfield Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Which is, he's a close president, teacher, coach, I think, referee. Congratulations to him and all these inductees.
Mrs. Spade, you're up with personnel.
Thank you. Personnel items are discussed in executive session. The superintendent recommends, and I so move that the board approve items 1 through 3.
Is there a second?
Mike Santucci, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I will be an aye, but I need to abstain on item 1.
There's 4 items, you said 3.
Oh. Dee, could you amend your motion, please?
The board approve items 1 through 4.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Mike Santucci, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I will still need to abstain on item number 1, please, but I will be a yes for everything else. Is anybody opposed? Okay. Mrs. Stevens, do you have a legislative report this evening?
Yes, in a bipartisan effort, the PA House passed legislation to reform charter school tuition, capping it at $8,000 per student. This would also establish a statewide formula for special education tuition. The move is expected to save districts $616 million, according to a House analysis of its fiscal impact. This bill now heads to the PA Senate for a vote.
Thank you. Mrs. Rennebeck, I believe you have a report for us under Beatty this evening.
Just one quick announcement. The advertising design instructor, Heather Brown, who I've spoken of multiple times during these meetings, was selected for the position of Assistant Director for Career and Technical Education Programs and Building Oversight Principal. I've worked alongside her for 6 years and could not be more proud of that choice.
Excellent, thank you. The next meeting of the Board of Education will be on Thursday, July 31st, 2025, here at the North Hills Middle School LGI room at 6:15 p.m., and I will move to adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everybody.